The most surprising thing about the is not who fought in it, but who didn't. With nearly every major European power standing to gain something from the conflict, you would expect the war to explode into a continent-wide struggle. Instead, Europe mostly stood back and watched. So why did none of the great powers intervene? The easiest country to explain is the United States. Simply put, America had little reason to care. The war had almost no immediate impact on American interests, and U.S. leaders were still deeply focused on rebuilding after the country had just emerged from years of devastation, and the idea of entering another massive war overseas to support either Otto von Bismarck or Napoleon III would have seemed absurd. Closer to the fighting, the situation became far more complicated. Just 4 years earlier, Austria had suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of Prussia during the. Many Austrian leaders wanted revenge, but the empire was in no condition for another major war. The defeat had shaken the Habsburg monarchy to its core, forcing major political reforms and the creation of Austria-Hungary. The Hungarians, now sharing power with Vienna, had no interest in fighting another war just to restore Austrian influence in Germany. On top of that, Austria-Hungary feared that entering the conflict could leave it vulnerable to attack from either Russia or Italy. Revenge sounded tempting, but the risks were simply too high. Italy faced a different dilemma. On paper, it seemed like Prussia's natural ally. The two had fought together against Austria in 1866, helping Italy secure Venetia. Yet Italy also owed a great deal to France. Napoleon III had played a crucial role in Italian unification years earlier, and relations with Paris remained important. But the biggest issue was military reality. Italy's army was still weak and poorly organized. Both France and Prussia were considered elite military powers, while Italy had struggled even against Austria's unimpressive forces. Joining the war risked disaster, and Italian leaders knew it. Russia also had little desire to intervene. Relations with Prussia were reasonably friendly, but Russian leaders were wary of Prussia's growing power in Eastern Europe. At the same time, France was still hated for its role in where Russia had suffered a humiliating defeat. Supporting France was out of the question, but helping Prussia create a stronger German state was hardly appealing either. For Russia, neutrality was the safest option. Then there was United Kingdom. By 1870, Britain largely preferred to stay out of continental wars unless the European balance of power was seriously threatened. British leaders viewed Prussia as a useful counterweight to France, while France remained Britain's traditional rival. Ironically, many in London initially expected France to win. The British plan was not to fight, but to step in diplomatically afterward and prevent France from completely crushing Prussia. Instead, the exact opposite happened. In the end, the war stayed limited because none of the great powers believed intervention would truly benefit them. Every country saw more danger than opportunity. Rather than joining the fighting, Europe's major states chose to wait, negotiate, and protect their own interests from the sidelines. And when the war ended with the creation of most of Europe reluctantly accepted the outcome. France was furious, but nearly everyone else was simply relieved that the conflict had not turned into a full-scale European catastrophe.